Now, there's that big one. Ouch. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is Gazbeard in Conan Exiles, and quite a lot's happened since the last video. I've been working on the house. I've got the upper walls and roof done, and we've added a bunch of torches around the place so that we can see things at night. Let's just have a look around at what I've built. So, up in the attic, we've got a couple of rooms that as yet I've not put anything in. And this strange narrow area is due to foundation requirements to support the roof. And you can see here there's a door leading to the outside and steps that lead up to the back of the house. Go on, get up there. That's it. Which lets me get out onto the roof and do the building or repairs or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I've also started building out my bedroom, and I've captured a dancer to keep me entertained. Yeah, I know what you mean. But being entertained by a dancer is one way to lose the corruption that you gain when you go into the old and dark sections of the world, and the magic remnant starts corrupting you. Got my bed done, and this will be my wardrobe room when it's eventually fitted out. And just quick check the thrall pot, make sure there's enough food. Yeah, there's enough food in there for them. Down in here, added a few kitchen bits and pieces. Got the grinder in. Can't remember if that was in the last video or not. We got the drying rack where we can do things like dried fish and dried wood and all that sort of stuff. Got the alchemist's cauldron in, and that's driving a requirement that we obtain a lot of glass, because we have to make glass flasks and fill them with water in order to make all the potions and stuff. Load of storage cupboards dotted around the place. We've got a thrall on the blacksmith's bench. There she is. She's kind of a moody mare, but, well, you know, blacksmiths. Out here, we've got a couple of guys to help defend the place. A brawler and an archer. And another archer here. Yeah. And I believe we've got a smelter on the wheel at the moment. Let's get up. Up, jump. Yeah, it's a smelter. Let's just make sure that the wheel's active. It is. So, oh, and we've also been putting down caltrops, or small palisades, all around the top, as well as here. So they can't actually get into contact with the building without taking damage from these pointy stakes. Now we just need to refill our water, and then we're going to step up the pace a bit, and we're going to go and do some adventuring. And what I'll do is, in terms of building up the house and equipping it and all the rest of it, I'll do that offline. Might do some thrall capturing online so that you guys can see it. We've got the shellfish and fish traps in here. Slowly starting to build up the stocks in there. So let's just fill the water flask. Now this first adventure, before we go do it, we're going to have to change our stone weapons for iron weapons. So I'm going to have to check and see if we've got enough iron, because we may have to do yet another iron run off beyond the Darfari village. I've done 2 or 3 already off video. Right, hopefully we've still got enough iron. So let's have a look. See, right, there's my favourite, my favourite early game sword, the two-handed iron sword. We have indeed got enough iron for it, but if we make that, have we got enough for the iron pike? No, we haven't. Have we got enough iron in there? No, we haven't got any in there. Okay, well, absolutely got to have that two-handed iron sword. Let's just craft one. In fact, what I can do is these spare stone weapons, I can move them out into the cupboard. Right, we'll just put them into the blacksmith's cupboard out the way. Frees up some space in the blacksmith's bench. Right, so we're starting to get our iron tools sorted out. We've got the iron skinning knife and cleaver, and we've got the two-handed sword. Now, one of the things that we do need to do is we need to get that cleaver, the skinning knife repaired before we go anywhere, because that's going to get some heavy use shortly. Now, that didn't repair fully. We've used all of our iron now. We've got none left. Okay, right, well, first things first, I had to put that simple door on there just to keep the shellbacks out, because it seems that the shellbacks can't read. Right, now we're going to do something with these ghosts. Actually, before we do that, let's just have that bunny. We want his skin. And yeah, I know, poor bunny. We need to build up a good collection of hides, and we also need to put the bow across here. We've only got 2 of these flint head arrows left, so I'm going to switch to the iron head arrows, because we're going to use quite a lot of them up here. We're going to go and see what these ghosts are leading us off to. Oh, by the way, when I put the small palisades up, the shellbacks kept bumping into them, injuring themselves, and then coming to attack us. So I've put this simple fence around them to stop the shellbacks hurting themselves and getting a bit antsy. Now then, let's have a drift round here. This is where the ghosts seem to be leading. So it's long overdue that we came and saw what they're trying to tell us. That's an abandoned camp. It looks like 2 people having a discussion. There's a journal there. Ophirian Journal number 2. Crossing the sweltering desert was an exercise in discipline. We came across a small encampment, seemingly abandoned. Wary of the possibility of an ambush, we approached the smouldering embers of the campfire, but whomever had been here before us was nowhere to be seen. Unfortunately, without food to cook, we could simply stare at the embers and dream of smoking slabs of meat. To raise the mood, I described to my companion the beautiful noble woman of Ophira. Braga crossed his arms and told me that I talked too much and that he wasn't interested. I offered to describe the sheep of my homeland instead. Braga thinks that we ought to travel north from here, across the bridge. I mumbled my agreement through a mouthful of broken teeth. Okay. Not much else to see here. However, there is some of this cactus. Now, this cactus is very, very useful. Not only does it give us wood, it gives us cochineal beetles, from which we can make red dye. And at this end of the map, there are only 2 locations where I've found it. This is one of them. Oh, more ghosts. A horse and a man looking at the rock. Okay. It's a talking rock.
Slave, know this as the road of refuge. Your people came to us as exiles, weary and harried. When we revealed ourselves, your people fell to their knees and worshipped us. In return, we fed and clothed you. But you came in untold numbers. We could not clothe you all, nor would we offer you of our water or our land. In time, this led to conflict, eventually to war. Now it caused us grief. We were forced to dominate you. Slaves to our whim, your treacherous species will never betray us again.
Okay, interesting. Right, okay, so this is the road of refuge, huh? Now I know we can't cross this bridge because it's broken. Aha! More ghosts. A horse, a woman, and a dude. And they just seem to wander on up the bridge. And they keep going. And we can't catch up with them. They're travelling faster than us. We'd have to sprint. Okay. Wonder if there's anything to discover at the end of the bridge. I honestly can't remember, and I'm not sure. But might as well go up there and have a quick look. Ah, there's the ghosts again. Ah, and you see the bridge extends out for them. So obviously the bridge has got a ghost as well. Interesting. Right. Okay, we need to go have a fight. I'm gonna go pick a fight with somebody. Starting to get a little hungry and a little thirsty. Nice looking woman. Forgive me. I'm a man. You know what men are like with women in skimpy clothing. Oh no, this one's changed. Is that the woman? It is. That's the woman sitting there. And there's the dude looking at the stone and his horse. Interesting. Okay, it's getting dark. But I really would like to get this fight out of the way. I hear an imp. There he is. Time to test our new iron sword. 2 hits and he's down. I like it. Take his hide. Probably best to keep the sword out, actually. Oh, there's another one. And there's a big one across there. Can't quite see him in the dark. I'm wondering if we should maybe go sit him on a rock until daylight. Might be easier to do the... let's get into it. There's one little one and that big one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and kite that little one. No. Bow hasn't got the range. Wasting arrows on him. I want to get that little one out of the way before we fight the big one. Here he comes. Now, there's that big one. Ouch. And he's quicker than he looks. Ow. Uh-oh, we're out of stamina. Dangerous. Finally got him, but by God did he hurt us. I need to eat, drink. Right, so that was the Imp King. And we need to harvest him. Skin him. We've got an iron pot, a load of hides and some feral flesh. Some more hides and feral flesh. And eat some more to recover. And while we're up here, I want to get a lot of that cactus that gives us the cochineal. The more of that cochineal I can gather, the better. I think there's some more of that cactus over here. Yes, there is. Oh, there's another imp. Right, let's get the rest of this. $34 bits of cochineal, 35, 36, 37, 38. Wow, those little ones give more than the big ones. That's given us just over 40 cochineal. So is there any more of that back here? I don't think so. Just have something else to eat to try and rebuild our health up. Okay. So that's good. Put that away. Right, let's take this back, dump this at home, and heal up, and we'll go off on another adventure in a minute. Can't see a damn thing about where I'm going. Those bushes were way too thick. So that's the south end of the shattered bridge. Got the Imp King up there and his minions. A couple of ghost sites, a journal. I hear you. Oh, there you are. Oh, we got some demon blood out of that one. Nice. Hang on. How do we get out of here? Oh, round that way. That roof does look a bit strange, doesn't it? But it works. Does the job. It's a shame we can't put pillars onto the corner walls. Which is what I would have preferred to have done. Never mind. Just check how that's... they're still going. Right, so to offload, we'll put all that wood into here. Now, one of the things I've noticed is that when we get the carpenter's bench to make shaped wood, a byproduct is bark, which we can then use with the tanners or with the drying rack. So let's just make another 10 shaped wood. That'll yield 10 bark. We got 59 skins out of that trip, which is good. Let's just drop them into there. Oh, we've got 2 iron bars there, but that is it. That's all we've got. That iron pot, however, we should be able to break down. But first, let's get rid of these supplies of cochineal and stuff, which are good for the alchemist. Some demon blood to go in there. Right, that axe can go in there. We need to pick up a few stones to repair it. Put the skinning knife in there. We'll keep the bow permanently in number 3 for now. Oh yeah, that iron pot at the moment, although it's our first decorative item, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to break it down for iron. Hopefully that... No, that doesn't do it. Rats. Maybe it's the blacksmith's bench that has to do it. Dismantle to iron bars. Dismantle the steel. No. Looks like we... Yeah, we can't melt down that pot. Okay, well, we'll have to put that pot down somewhere. Won't let me put it on the fire itself. Okay, we'll put it in the back there if we can find a little position for it. No, it's not going to let me. That's strange. Will it let me put it in the back there? Yeah, it'll let me put it in the back. We'll just put it in there. Add a bit of decoration to the campfire. Right, that is going to be it for today's episode. A little adventure there. Go up, find a bunch of ghosts, get a journal, get a bit of lore. And in fact, it didn't give us a journal to bring back, did it? No. Yeah, oh well. And we've been up and killed the Imp King. Oh, need to cook that feral flesh. We'll just throw it into there, and then we can throw it in the thrall pot, keep the thralls fed. And while that's cooking, just the usual reminders. I'll be back tomorrow with another video as we continue this journey. And I look forward to seeing you then. Please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate that very much. Check the video description for links to my other channels. Follow me on those, especially across on Twitter, please. And as always from me, it's not goodbye, it's just bye for now until the next video. See you soon, everyone.